Holiday stress. Do you remember when the holidays were fun? You might have to think back to your early childhood to answer that question authentically. But let's face it, the holiday season can be really joyous and fun, but it has also become synonymous with stress. There's travel plans, enormous expenses, hosting responsibilities, and reuniting with contentious relatives, all while juggling your usual obligations. Combine that desire to have the ideal holiday image you probably have in your mind, and you have the perfect recipe for holiday stress and anxiety. Hi, I'm Jennifer Jumis, a voiceover artist as well as a licensed clinical psychologist for almost 25 years. So what causes this holiday stress? There are many factors, but here are a few. Too many or too few people. Your stress can spring from the overwhelming crowds or the overwhelming loneliness this time of year may bring. There's time constraints. There are simply too many things to do and not nearly enough time to make it all happen. Financial concerns, travel costs, buying gifts, and many more unique, unexpected expenses occur in a short few weeks, all while typically taking time off from work. Then there's family tension. Who among us does not have a handful of relatives that are better taken in small doses because they're just difficult to be around? And if you're lucky enough to dearly love every single member of your family tree, that means they all want to see you and spend time together. And now you're stressed trying to either fit it all in or risk offending them. And from overeating to overspending to overpartying, excess seems to be the norm, so just overdoing it can bring a lot of stress this time of year. So with the holiday season right around the corner, it's crucial to have a strategy for navigating holiday-induced anxiety. So here are 5 tips to keep stress and anxiety levels low during the holiday season. First, practice self-care. The best version of you is better equipped to handle stress. So remember that basic self-care contributes to you being at your best. Regular sleep patterns, moderate exercise, healthy eating, and relaxation techniques, and your spiritual practices. These steps are important all year long and must be maintained when the holidays arrive. I know, these things are mentioned so often that we usually kind of gloss over them like, I know, blah, blah, blah. But they're mentioned a lot for a reason, because they matter. But even if you are typically really good at taking all of these steps of self-care, when under stress and time pressure, these healthy habits and self-care are usually the first things we start skipping. Grabbing convenience foods, staying up later to get everything done, etc. So resist the urge to skimp on your self-care. You need it now more than ever to face the increased stress and demands of the season. Now's a good time to remember that no family is truly perfect. Rather than viewing your family as uniquely flawed, look around and take solace in reality. Every family has its minefield moments. Thus, it may be far more productive to discover ways to navigate these testy moments rather than catastrophizing them. Believing that your family issues are significantly worse than others only increases your feelings of isolation and embarrassment. If you need a funny reminder of this, look at Seinfeld's episode of Festivus, which I'll link below. So let's expand on having realistic expectations to more than just our family relationships. You cannot do it all. Not because you're flawed, but because no one can do it all. Not every moment is going to be happy. You don't have unlimited resources of time, money, or energy. And there is no magic formula for making your family get along. Setting realistic expectations allows you to lower the stress levels while appreciating those times when everything seems to click. With reality in clear view, this may also mean setting different boundaries, like not going to every holiday event that you're invited to, or limiting how long you spend with difficult people. Part of these realistic expectations can be applied to your budget and gift giving. Although there are 1,000,001 people you may feel a need to get a gift for, remember that the people that care about you and matter most certainly wouldn't want you to go into debt or create a financial burden for you in order to get them a gift. Resist the urge to try and get the best gift for every single person on your list. And remember that there are many gifts that may better suit their love language that may not even cost money. The gift of quality time together, or an act of service for them, or a meaningful card telling them all the ways that they matter to you. It's important at the holidays and every day to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Even amidst episodes that can provoke anxiety, you can create wonderful memories. Savor those events. Be grateful for each and every one. So I remember rushing late at night, the night before Thanksgiving, before all my family arrived, and I was taking an apple pie out of the oven. And I drop it as I walk to the dining room table. And not only was the pie ruined, but the ceramic pie plate dented the wood floor, and I just crumpled on the floor in a pile of tears and exhaustion. In hindsight, did the lack of apple pie ruin the holiday? No. And perhaps it even saved us from some unnecessary calories and dishes to wash. What would ruin the holiday experience was the perfectionistic tension I was carrying. We all had a good time together, not perfect, and now every time I see that dent in the dining room wood floor, I'm reminded to be grateful for the nice home I live in that provides shelter from the outside world. There's food enough to eat so we don't go hungry, and I had family to spend time with that wanted to spend time with me and spent time and money to travel several states in order to be with us. So try to trade your perfectionistic expectations for gratitude and watch the anxiety levels drop tremendously. Finally, if finding reasons for gratitude feels impossible, it may be a big sign that something needs to change. Perhaps when we reflect and take stock as the year ends, we're unhappy with ourselves or our situation. Rather than bristle at that idea, lean into that discomfort enough to identify what needs to change in order to have more fulfillment next year. The only thing worse than feeling that yuck right now would be feeling that exact same feeling a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, because we didn't make the necessary changes to arrive at a different endpoint. So pause, reflect, and focus on the part of the holiday season that means the most to you, keeping an eye out for where you can let go of unnecessary stressful expectations that steal your peace and your joy. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, and email me if you'd like a free sample recording of your script with my voice.